Hey you, this is Intimidating Scones. Welcome back to Minecraft. I just decided to do a random quick video right now because something funny happened, basically. Despite the fact that clearly from my inventory, I met an untimely demise off camera. But yeah, so my video upload yesterday was named Stance, and I'm also gonna need and one of my favorite YouTubers. I have no wood. Really? Am I gonna have to punch a tree? I will punch a tree. Um, yeah, I'm seriously gonna punch a tree. One of my favorite YouTubers, Bisnap, named his video Stance today. So, complete coincidence, but yeah, I decided that that must mean Biznap's a fan of mine, right? Right? I can pretend. But it got me thinking, I kind of wanted to do a little bit of an homage, or give homage to Biznap, because I really do admire the way he does, I guess, his stance on the way he does YouTube. I like, I'm not really much one for hero worship, because I feel like that puts too much pressure on, on the person. At least, when someone is still alive and, a real person. Like, hero worship of fictional characters is one thing, but hero worship of real people who are still currently living puts a lot of pressure on the actual person, because no one is perfect. And so I'm really against hero worship of people, and I feel like instead you should more be appreciative of the things that people do specifically, the stance that they take, and the difference that they decide to make. And I mean, I know Bisnap is not really, looking to be an activist or anything. Not looking to change the world with Binding of Isaac runs. But the way he does things, I feel like, is pretty important. The least of which is the effort he makes for his viewers. If you watched my other channel, the ASMR Let's Play, then you'll remember Dupers. He was a friend of mine, and he kind of, I didn't think that one was going to grow there. He kind of told me some stuff about Bisnap that I don't know if if that's true or not, but he was saying that he's all about self-improvement and being the best kind of person that you can be. And that apparently he talks about this a lot. There must have been much earlier videos that I never personally saw. Or maybe Dubers was totally talking about someone else. I don't know. I don't care. Because what I notice with Bisnap is that he really does have a lot of patience with people. And you can kind of tell that he's looking to make everyone feel welcomed, but not in the normal, just it's good business kind of way. Apparently, got myself blown up here at some point. Oh, I remember that. Yeah. That wasn't how I died, though. I died in the nether. And just this idea that he never curses in his videos. He's had other people, he's done those side-by-side runs, and they curse. So it's not like his channel is against cursing. It's that he personally does not curse. And I find that very interesting because of how he ends up talking stuff like, well, that's unfortunate, rather than saying, well, damn. He not only manages to express himself without cursing, he actually expresses himself better. Without it. He expresses himself better than if someone who was using curse words, because unfortunate really is a much more descriptive word than damn it. And yes, I'm thinking of damn it as one word. Deal with it. And the effect that has on people, I think, is worth noting. So I ended up giving it a try, and I got pretty good just sort of maneuvering all curse words out of my vocabulary. And then I went back and read one of my my old blog posts from a year ago, and it was really emotional, really really sad, honestly. I mean, I do talk about a lot of sad stuff, both on my website and on this channel. But I think what was kind of interesting about it was that I used some very heavy curse words at the very end of it, that I didn't curse throughout the entire blog post, and then used heavy curse words at the end of it. Thought I heard some zombies down here. I mean, oh. Well, that might do it. I didn't make a shovel. That's okay. Wheat. It's a shovel. And the effect of it ended up being very, very strong to me. Because I wasn't expecting that, because I haven't really written like that. In not exactly a year. Oh man, I didn't bring any coal with me. That's okay, it's right here. It's honestly a real advantage. It makes for it does make for a stronger outcome when you do end up deciding to use curse words. And that's not really just the only reason that I really admire Bisnap. The other one is his decision that if he's going to do what he does, he is going to enjoy it. That he's going to do it for himself as much as for anyone else. I didn't bring any food down here with me. Bad plans are bad. Yeah. Aha! I knew it! First one of these I've seen in a while. Yes! Oh my god, I'm going to run home. A name tag, too. Lottie freaking da name tag, but. And mossy stone. Okay, well, I know that this is here now. I think I better get. Well, no, I shouldn't get home because things are gonna spawn around my house. Although I may already be close enough to home. Anyway, Bisnap. I'm doing the homage thing. So, his just stance that his creations are as much for himself as his fans and his viewers. That's something that is actually a really difficult decision. It's difficult because we all want to be loved for what we create. We all want to be recognized that what we're making is good. And it's really hard not to constantly give in to other people's ideas of good and worthy. And I mean, I can just tell you straight from the fact that I've spent the past 2 weeks working on a story I had abandoned previously because when my mom found out I had abandoned that story, she was like, "No, that was my favorite story." And I was like, "Oh, well, crap. I want my mom to think I'm a good writer." So, and she, I was telling her about my other story, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I read that one. I don't remember anything about it." I'm like, "Great." So the one I think is going to actually, take me far is absolutely forgettable. But the fact of the matter is, it's not about the reader. It's not about the viewer. It's about loving what you do, because if you don't, then it will just become a misery and a chore. And if you have no reason to do it other than the fact that it's a chore, it will be done half-heartedly and will be no different from all the crap that is thrown in our face for the sake of money. Creators do what they do because at some point it mattered to them. At some point they really wanted to. It is the middle of the night. Why is there nothing to fight? Am I the only one seeing this? Is this creeping anybody else out? What is going on? They're all spawning inside my bedroom. Pretty sure that's what's going on. Look through the window, see a creeper walk by. I don't see anything down there either. Whatever. And sometimes, like, I don't know if it's just me, if I'm making this up because I think I would be like this, but sometimes I think I hear Bisnap kind of a little bit miserable with this idea of doing things because he's expected to. Doing things because that's the way he set his channel up. And maybe I'm projecting because I'm scared of becoming that as a writer. But I think it's important for us all to realize that we won't get what we love without unconditionally loving what we get. Understanding that where the hell did that thing go? Understanding that, and I'm not saying that you have to choose a creator and then love everything of theirs, and that you can never change your opinion. But be careful about pressuring that creator into doing your bidding. Because what you will end up doing is pressuring that creator into quitting. And that's one of the things that, I also wanted to be like, I know Bisnap is not going to watch this. I would be very flattered if he did. And so I guess hi if you are. But I wish I could just tell him, be yourself, love yourself, because we do. You did not get where you are without a ton of people loving everything you did when you were doing it only for yourself. You must put a lot of work into everything you do and must put a lot of thought into what you do and where you're going from here. But it was that passion that brought you where you are. And don't lose it. If you have to change to keep it, that's fine. Because there will always be people who like the change, who appreciate the difference, and support it. There are so many thousands of kinds of ways to be, millions of kinds of ways to be, that there will always be not just one, but a ton of people who like the way you are. And the rest of you, think about that too. Even if you're not a creator, but you're just a person wondering what you should be or what you should do. I've referenced this so many times, not just in videos and blog posts, but just repeated it to myself. And I'm starting to wonder, even though I had actually finished and published my first novel by this day. Actually, no, it hadn't been published. I had just finished it. I had finished it and I couldn't find an editor. But I had the honor of speaking with Max Brooks. And he had given a talk on zombie survival, and it was a lot of fun, and everyone was asking him zombie questions and this and that, etc. And I was just a total noob because I went there with one of my friends that said he would have majored in zombology if it were an option. And I didn't really know the difference between a zombie and a 28 days later zombie. Regardless, instead of asking him a zombie question, I asked him a writer question. And the word of advice he gave me, I will carry with me for my entire career. And it doesn't just apply to writing, it applies to every kind of creation. do it for yourself and love what you create. Because if nothing else, you will always have at least one fan. I think Bisnap is my hero, not because, you know, of the entire person he is, because I don't know him. But one thing he does that I think is worth it, is worth acknowledging as hero quality. One thing he does is he loves what he does. He does it out of the love for it. And that makes his videos very entertaining and very worthwhile to me. I talk about the things I love and I write about the things that are important to me. And I write the way that I think things ought to be written. Even when I do go back and adopt old stories so that I can maybe make my mom happy. But that's the way I want to be. I want to be like Bisnap. I want to love what I do. Anyway, I just wanted to get that little bit out there, say a little bit of nothing, because in about 24 hours, I am really hoping to launch IntimidatingScones.com. And Fields of Mourning needs a little bit of love. So, yeah, if you're watching this same day, go ahead and check out IntimidatingScones.com. It's not polished. And I highly recommend going and reading my short story, Hero. You can find it at IntimidatingScones.com/hero. It's not about Bisnap. It's about a different hero. But if you're seeing this later, you should definitely check out Fields of Mourning. It's going to be a very intense story. And thanks for hanging out with me. I'll talk to you next time. Ha, the sky is the limit. That's a pun.